What does this road sign indicate? A. A tram or railway line is merging onto the road from the left. B. There is a tram or railway crossing located to the right of the road ahead. C. Trams or trains will be traveling directly on the road. D. Tram traffic is prohibited to the right. Answer B. These signs warn the driver of vehicles that if they intend to turn right or left, they will cross a tram route or railway line. A supplementary plate may be attached below the signs indicating the distance to the tram or railway crossing. What does this road sign warn drivers about? A. An intersection with heavy tram traffic. B. The presence of a tram stop on the side of the road. C. An upcoming crossing where trams may intersect the road. D. A diversion due to tram-related construction. Answer C. The tram crossing ahead sign informs drivers of an upcoming location where a tram line intersects the road, requiring caution and awareness of tram movements. A plate with number below the sign indicating the distance to the tram crossing. What is the primary rule for drivers in a zigzag zone? A. Drivers may stop to pick up or drop off passengers. B. Drivers must not stop, park, or change lanes. C. Drivers can park temporarily if their hazard lights are on. D. Drivers may change lanes if no other vehicles are present. Answer B. In a zigzag zone, stopping or parking is prohibited except to give way to pedestrians or cyclists at designated crossings, and lane changes are not allowed. What is the key function of a tram box junction? A. To allow priority to trams at all times. B. To provide a safe space for vehicles to park near tram crossings. C. To prevent vehicles from entering unless their exit is clear. D. To mark areas where trams can stop for passengers. Answer C. A tram box junction requires drivers to avoid entering the marked area unless the exit is clear, preventing blockages and ensuring smooth traffic flow. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. They must always stop completely before proceeding. B. They must slow down and allow priority to other road users if necessary. C. They can proceed without stopping if the road is clear. D. They must turn left at the intersection. Answer B. The "you must give way" sign requires drivers to slow down and yield the right of way to other road users, proceeding only when it is safe to do so. Maintaining a safe following distance primarily helps drivers by A. Reducing fuel consumption. B. Allowing more reaction time for sudden changes. C. Preventing other vehicles from overtaking. D. Minimizing distractions inside the vehicle. Answer B. Maintaining a safe following distance gives drivers more time to identify and react to sudden changes, such as speed adjustments or hazards from other drivers, reducing the risk of accidents. What is the most effective strategy for handling a complex scenario with multiple hazards, such as a taxi turning, a reversing car, and a potentially stopping vehicle? A. Focus only on the nearest hazard. B. Rely on other drivers to adjust their actions. C. Speed up to clear the area quickly. D. Scan the entire scenario and anticipate actions from all vehicles. Answer D. Defensive driving emphasizes scanning the whole scenario, identifying multiple hazards, and anticipating the actions of all involved vehicles to navigate the situation safely. What is the purpose of the 2-second rule while driving? A. To reduce vehicle wear and tear. B. To maintain a safe following distance from the vehicle ahead. C. To ensure visibility of road signs. D. To encourage faster reactions. Answer B. The 2-second rule helps drivers maintain a safe distance from the vehicle in front, providing adequate time to react to unexpected actions or changes in traffic conditions. How is the speed of school buses regulated in Dubai? A. Drivers are instructed to follow traffic flow regardless of the speed limit. B. Speed is limited to a maximum of 80 km per hour for safety. C. School buses are equipped with alarms that sound if they exceed 50 km per hour. D. Speed limits are determined by the number of students on board. Answer B. The speed of school buses in Dubai is limited to a maximum of 80 km per hour to reduce risks and ensure student safety during transport. What distinguishes exclusive bus and taxi lanes in Dubai from regular lanes? A. They are marked by solid yellow lines and large text reading "Only bus taxi." B. They are placed in the center of the road for better visibility. C. They are accessible to all vehicles during weekends. D. They are painted green to signify priority. Answer A. Exclusive bus and taxi lanes in Dubai are identified by solid yellow lines and clear markings, including large text reading "Only bus taxi" and accompanying signage. How should drivers respond to this road sign? A. Turn around and find an alternate route. B. Proceed cautiously if no other vehicles are present. C. Drive through if they are in a hurry. D. Wait for permission from a traffic officer. Answer A. Drivers encountering the "You must not enter this road" sign must not proceed and should turn around or find an alternate route to comply with traffic regulations. What does this sign mean? A. Drivers must not exceed 60 km per hour on this road. B. Drivers must maintain a speed of at least 60 km per hour unless it is unsafe to do so. C. Only heavy vehicles are allowed to drive below 60 km per hour. D. The road has a speed limit of 60 km per hour for all vehicles. Answer B. The 60 km per hour minimum speed limit freeway sign indicates that drivers must travel at a minimum speed of 60 km per hour unless conditions, such as traffic or weather, make it unsafe. What does this sign indicate? A. Overtaking is prohibited under any circumstances. B. Overtaking is allowed if the road is clear. C. Side-by-side parking is prohibited. D. Turning left is prohibited. Answer A. The "You must not overtake" sign prohibits overtaking any vehicle under all circumstances in the indicated zone to ensure safety and avoid accidents. What does this sign signify? A. Pedestrians must walk only on the left side of the road. B. Pedestrians are not allowed in the designated area. C. Pedestrian crossings are nearby. D. Pedestrians must cross the road immediately. Answer B. The "No pedestrians" sign indicates that pedestrians are not allowed in the designated area for their safety and to avoid disruptions to traffic flow. What does this sign require drivers to do? A. Drive at a speed of exactly 80 km per hour. B. Avoid driving faster than 80 km per hour. C. Maintain a minimum speed of 80 km per hour. D. Adjust speed based on weather conditions. Answer B. The "You must not exceed 80 km per hour" speed limit sign mandates that drivers keep their speed at or below 80 km per hour to ensure compliance with road safety regulations. What is the purpose of this sign? A. To restrict parking for official diplomatic vehicles only. B. To reserve parking for government employees. C. To provide priority parking for international tourists. D. To provide priority parking for commercial driver. Answer A. The "Parking for Diplomat Cars Only" sign reserves parking spaces exclusively for vehicles used by diplomats, ensuring convenience and security for official diplomatic purposes. What does this sign signify? A. Entry into Dubai is restricted for certain vehicles. B. A route designated for intercity travel within Dubai. C. A tourist route exclusively for sightseeing. D. A toll-free route within Dubai. Answer B. The Dubai route emblem sign indicates routes specifically designated for travel within Dubai, helping with local navigation. What is the rule regarding a no passing line? A. Drivers can cross the line to overtake if the road is clear. B. Drivers must not cross the line unless there is an emergency. C. Drivers can cross the line when turning at an intersection. D. Drivers must stop before crossing the line. Answer B. The no passing line is a solid line that prohibits crossing to overtake or turn unless there is an emergency, ensuring road safety and compliance with traffic laws. What is the purpose of a box junction at large intersections? A. To prioritize emergency vehicles at intersections. B. To restrict entry to specific types of vehicles. C. To allow vehicles to queue across the intersection safely. D. To prevent vehicles from blocking the intersection during heavy congestion. Answer D. A box junction prevents vehicles from blocking the intersection during heavy congestion, ensuring smoother traffic flow and preventing gridlocks. What is the rule for drivers when entering a box junction? A. Enter only if the exit is clear. B. Enter regardless of congestion if there is space to stop. C. Queue across the intersection if in a hurry. D. Stop in the box if the light turns red. Answer A. Drivers must enter a box junction only if their exit is clear, ensuring they do not block the intersection and disrupt traffic flow. What is the function of rumble strips on the road? A. To reduce vehicle speed in school zones only. B. To warn drivers of upcoming hazards like roundabouts or pedestrian crossings. C. To provide additional traction during rainy conditions. D. To indicate the end of a high-speed zone. Answer B. Rumble strips warn drivers of upcoming hazards such as roundabouts or pedestrian crossings by providing visual, auditory, and tactile alerts. Double yellow lines in the center of the road signal a requirement to A. Maintain position to the right of the lines without crossing. B. Merge into the oncoming traffic when needed. C. Turn sharply at upcoming intersections. D. Stop immediately before crossing the lines. Answer A. Double yellow lines indicate areas of heightened danger where crossing is prohibited. Drivers must stay to the right of these lines. The point of no return concept helps drivers to A. Determine when to accelerate through a yellow light. B. Decide safely whether to stop or proceed at a changing traffic light. C. Identify the exact location of the stop line. D. Know when to check their mirrors for other vehicles. Answer B. The point of no return allows drivers to decide safely whether to stop or proceed when a light changes, depending on their distance and speed. Flashing yellow lights at pedestrian crossings require drivers to A. Slow down, proceed with caution. B. Stop completely until the lights turn red. C. Ignore the lights if no pedestrians are visible. D. Accelerate to pass the crossing before the lights change. Answer A. Flashing yellow lights at pedestrian crossings signal drivers to proceed cautiously and watch for pedestrians, ensuring they can stop safely if needed. In this image, which vehicle must stop and give way? A. The green vehicle. B. The red vehicle. C. It depends on who comes first. D. It depends on who signals first. Answer B. Explanation: the red vehicle must stop and yield to the green vehicle, as the green vehicle does not have a stop or give way sign and has the right of way. When the movement of traffic is not controlled by signs or police officers, you must give way to A. The vehicles coming from a main road to a minor road. B. The vehicles coming from a minor road to mainer road. C. The vehicle coming from the right. D. All of the above. Answer A. In uncontrolled traffic situations, the vehicles coming from a main road to a minor road and vehicles coming from the left have the right of way if the roads are of equal classification, ensuring safety and order. In this image, the green vehicle is making U-turn. Which vehicle must stop and give way? A. The green vehicle. B. The red vehicle. C. It depends on who comes first. D. It depends on who signals first. Answer A. With an open U-turn, you will be facing a stop sign and entering a main road. You need to signal your intentions so others know what you intend to do. Then move into the turning lane, gradually reduce your speed and stop at the stop line. Traveling around a roundabout in Dubai requires vehicles to A. Move in an anti-clockwise direction. B. Circle the roundabout in a clockwise direction. C. Stop before entering regardless of traffic flow. D. Avoid signaling when approaching. Answer A. Vehicles in Dubai must travel around roundabouts in an anti-clockwise direction, following the prescribed traffic rules. Turning right at a two-lane roundabout requires drivers to A. Stay in the right lane, signaling right until exiting the roundabout. B. Use the left lane for a quicker exit. C. Change lanes within the roundabout if traffic allows. D. Avoid signaling to reduce confusion. Answer A. Drivers turning right must approach in the right lane, signal right, and stay in the right lane while exiting the roundabout, ensuring safety and clear communication. If someone is overtaking you, A. You must slow down and keep to the right. B. You must maintain the same speed and keep to the right. C. You must signal to pass. D. All of the above. Answer A. When being overtaken, you must slow down and keep to the right to allow the overtaking vehicle to pass safely without interference.